I'm looking down the field trying to figure out who I'ma pick on. Right here, right now is the time and the place, and I'ma put his helmet to the other side of his face. The game's underway, in this smash mouth football we come to play. So pad up if you wantin' to fight. It's Friday night, game tight, and we under the lights. Let's go.
Under the Lights, presented by Chico Nissan Hyundai.
Welcome into Under the Lights, presented by Chico Nissan Hyundai. Wonderful to have you in. I'm Matthew Kerr-Wilson alongside Diego Montezuma. Diego, we had a handful of great games tonight.
Yes, we did, Matthew. A full slate of games and a full slate of highlights, news, and notes.
Now, let's get right to it.
It's time for Action News Now, Game of the Week.
Starting the night off with a matchup between two top fives, Lassen, number 5, and number 4, Shasta. This game was wild, back and forth, tit for tat in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, Shasta would start to strut their stuff. With just 6 minutes left in the second, Shasta would find the end zone. Shasta goes into the half up 21-7. Third quarter showed Shasta holding the line, but Lansing wasn't done, finding the end zone to keep the game close at 21-14. This game was a clincher. In the second half, it would go back and forth all evening with just 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Lassen would find the end zone to bring it to 26-28 Shasta, but Lassen would fail on the two-point conversion with under a minute to play, and the final score was Shasta 28-26. Diego, what did you see?
Matt, this one came down to defensive stops, big defensive stops. Both teams were feeling good all night on offense, but ultimately it was Shasta that came out on top. So a big credit to the defense for keeping their head down in this one. Defense is what decided this game tonight, no doubt, even though it was an extremely exciting game.
Let's say they'll have the final score, Shasta 28, Lassen 26, and a barn burner to the last minute.
Now we go to Enterprise at Corning. Let's get to it. Enterprise at Corning. Enterprise comes in as heavy favorite, and right off the bat, Enterprise would put points down on the quarterback, on the board, quarterback J.J. Johnson to senior Deshaun Townsend. Later in the first half, J.J. Johnson to junior Veretti Combs for the touchdown. Alex Pineda would get on the end zone action as well. At halftime, this one wasn't close. Enterprise up big, 28-0 on Corning. Enterprise will be a team to watch for this season. They have a stud in quarterback in J.J. Johnson and a few more in the receiving corps. 47-0, the final, as Enterprise takes the win over Corning. Matthew, what sticks out in this game?
You know, Diego, when I speak to coaches, no matter the level, I hear one thing over and over and over again. It is discipline. Discipline is a game of inches. That's what football is, as you well know. You played. And the players that take the initiative to practice to get better always come out on top. There's a difference between practicing to get through it and practicing to get better. And you see the difference on the field when it comes down to Friday night. That Enterprise is a strong team. And I have the feeling we're going to be talking about them a lot here coming up.
Yes, we will. And there you have it. The final score, 47-0. Enterprise with the big win.
Reno visiting number 3 Foothill tonight. Reno looking for the upset, and this was a muggy evening. The field would dry, but muggy nonetheless. In the third quarter, Carson Andrews would strut his stuff with a 37-yard rushing touchdown that would complete the two-point conversion, put Foothill up 20-9. It was the third quarter that would prove so pivotal to Foothill's success as they racked up 14 on Reno compared to Reno, who was not able to put any points on the board. Later in the fourth, Ryan McNally would throw run a 57-yard rushing touchdown on the board, and Foothill would go on to take this one 34-9, an impressive performance by Foothill, keeping their foot on the gas pedal in this one. The final score, Foothill 34, Reno 39. Diego, what stood out to you in this one?
Matt, well, Foothill came into this one as a heavy favorite, and that showed up on the field. But you have